proponents of it and champions of short selling claim that these short sellers are actually doing a public service by exposing the underbelly of some of the supposed corporate stars. And by doing that, they claim that they are making the public aware of some of the rot in the corporate system that they otherwise do not get access to. That's one side of the argument. The other side of the argument is those who do not support it and who say that this is not necessarily a public service. You are gathering information which you keep to yourself, and you cause tremendous destruction of value by destroying the fortunes of the very same public. My personal view is that short selling can sometimes be a good check on corporate misconduct and corporate lack of transparency. But more often than not, even in the Western markets, what has played out is that the short sellers are nothing but opportunists who have made a lot of money. Arguably, some of them have unearthed some big scandals. But whether those scandals cleaned up the system or wiped out inexplainable amounts of wealth for public shareholders and institutional shareholders is up for debate. And obviously, one needs to clean up the system if there is rot in it. But the question is the best way to do it to suddenly announce a report and cause a rapid carnage in the stock price, while the person who has released the report itself is benefiting from such fall? To me, fundamentally, that reeks of conflict of interest. So to me, it has always seemed like short selling is something that can arguably have some benefits in some limited circumstances, but more often than not, it is fundamentally driven by greed of another sort. The short sellers all claim that they are dealing with a movement. They almost sound like they are some freedom fighters or something like that, who are there to restore some corporate accountability in listed companies. Well, that could arguably be true for a small fraction of them. History shows that a majority of short sellers are primarily in it to make money, and to make potloads of money by taking a contrarian bet on very popular stock, by using information that is not available to the public shareholders, and by releasing the report. That's what I mean by conflict of interest. They have an interest. They have a report which gives them certain material, non-public information, as they call it in the US, or in the Indian we call it UPSI, which is unpublished price-sensitive information. Now, these people have some UPSI, which they have acquired, and they may have acquired it through their own investigative toil or by spending money. It doesn't matter. Now, the point is that they are placing these short bets on these companies, which essentially means that they are going to make money and become very rich if the companies they are targeting tank. And then they release the report, which kind of ensures that they tank. So, does that sound like saving the world to you? To me, it sounds more like self-serving greed on one side. But like I said, there are always two sides to the story, and there are certain, short-selling researchers who are arguably more principle-driven and are doing it for exposing corporate greed.